Today, I want to radically change the way that you are thinking about utility in Counter-Strike 2. So many of you are not getting creative enough with this utility and understanding that this is your solution to the problems you're facing. I'm going to completely dissect and break down everything that you think you know about smokes, flashes, HEs, and mollies inside of this game and give you a fresh, new perspective on how you could and honestly should be using these different nades inside of the game. I'm so excited for this video. Go ahead and subscribe to this channel, guys. I'd appreciate so much, and turn those notifications on. Let's go ahead and talk about a smoke grenade first. Now, obviously, we all know that a smoke can be a great wall. We throw it, right? And it blocks the vision and everything off of our opponents. And like I said, it's essentially a wall. They don't want to go through here now because they don't know what is on the other side. This is how most of us think of a smoke right now. But from working with so many players and teaching them and helping them learn and understand the game, one thing that players are not utilizing and understanding enough is that your smoke can be used as a defensive wall too, right? And don't worry, I'm going to get into some cooler, deeper, complex topics with smokes. But first, I want to just say, guys, use your smoke defensively. If you see 3 smokes coming in for an exec, stairs, bench, right? And hopefully that's not the stair smoke they're throwing, this one. And then CT even maybe. Why not use one smoke to completely counter the smokes they're throwing? If you throw a smoke out like this, it stifles their progress onto site, and that defensiveness of it makes your life so much easier. So for those of you that are like face at level 1 to 9, use defensive smokes so much more than when all that smoke wall come in, just chucking a smoke and ramp that does nothing, and they all just run past it, right? Give yourself that room to breathe. Give yourself that ability to really sit there and flow around the map. Now, let me teach you some even deeper, even more complex things. But first, I have to give you a message about how to get the best Counter-Strike 2 skins in the game. The sponsor of today's video is SkinsMonkey, an automated CS2 trading site with a 35% deposit bonus and a free $5 for one $100 trade. They offer an instant way to get new skins, 24/7 live chat support, and multiple skins in their inventory with so many great filters to get exactly what you like. Right now, they are doing a Christmas event and they are giving out a free gift to everyone. You can get a completely free CS skin, up to 50% deposit bonus, or a free balance to use on the site. The first gift is absolutely free and you can earn more and more gifts depending on how much you trade on their site. In addition, they are also running an advent calendar. This is your chance to be entered in raffle tickets, get deposit bonus and XP on the site. There's just so much good stuff out there for everybody. Please celebrate the holiday season by using our partner SkinsMonkey. All right, guys, so that's how we're going to use a smoke a little bit more effectively. I also want you to think about a smoke as a decoy in a way. So we're going to use it to condition our opponents. One thing I want you to understand is like, cool, you want to use a smoke as a wall. Well, what if we do a fake wall, right? Say we're here in apps and we, think that maybe there's a guy that's running through underpass every round or like sitting super passively out here in B. One thing you can do to fake opponents out is actually throw a smoke with the intention of going through it, right? So we're throwing that smoke and maybe to someone all the way back here, they see that and they're like, oh, okay, he smoked off apps. Let me go work somewhere else around the map. And then boom, we are pushing through one side of it and just abusing anybody that is going to just be caught with their guard down, right? Like, oh, I thought he was going to play on site with that smoke. I do this all the time. One thing I love to do for my teammates is if I have a teammate that somehow gets himself in a sneaky position here in ramp, I might try to supplement them and help them out by smoking off ramp. And again, not as an actual wall, but as a fake wall for this guy to be sitting here and they walk in like, oh guys, they smoked ramp. And what the heck? Why is there a guy holding there? So as basic and simple as this is, you're not utilizing it. And I don't see this creativity enough. I do this all the time, no matter like what the situation, guys. It's actually so valuable. Teammate pushing through Palace, same exact thing. I might smoke Palace behind him. So think about your smoke in that way and it'll change the way you're using it. It'll change your life, honestly. Now let's go ahead and talk about the next piece of utility I want you to think about. And that is going to be an HE grenade. HE grenades, of course, we think about them as ways to do damage, as ways to, hurt our opponents. The basic thing I'm going to tell you guys first is start using them to blow open smokes more. This is not my main point, but guys, not enough of us are blowing open smokes with that. Boom, it's wide open and we get so many frags with it. It'll help you out so much. No matter what position you're in, learning different lineups and ways to throw it will be absolutely massive for how you are playing Counter-Strike 2. This is CS2. This is not CSGO anymore, guys. Stop playing CSGO. But one cool thing you can do with HEs, guys, is especially if you have a duo, learning how to set them up with little nade crossplays. So do you see when this nade comes in that it just completely makes a cloud? When we are playing, that cloud of debris and stuff makes it so for a brief second we can't see what's going on behind it. So what I've seen pro teams starting to do is they use that nade as a way to cross through different areas. So their teammate will be getting up here to this wall, the other guy will throw the nade into apps, boom, and as that explodes they cross, and maybe somebody holding back here is not ready for it. Another example is, you know, you could do this for yourself. You want to peek through underpass, you want to fight this guy, come down here and throw a grenade and peek with it. I've been doing this more and more and more because I saw guys on Furia doing it when I was playing against them. I saw guys on Imperial all the time. Imperial was doing this like constantly in our scrims, and it was so frustrating. But it also allows yourself a little bit of a timing to understand when to peek, and this chaos could mean everything in the fight. This chaos could mean the difference between you getting the kill and not getting the kill, right? So I've seen it more and more where teams are starting to utilize that debris that pops up as a way to cross different angles and actually fight. So definitely try using that and tell me if that ends up working. Another cool thing that pros are doing in order to get an advantage in a lot of the fights they're taking, and I keep going back to apps here because apps is some great examples, is sometimes they will use a molly as a way to get vision, right? They're going to molly back here and they're going to peek behind it and use it to their advantage because they know what they are peeking, and someone that is getting flustered from the flames coming in and all these things may not be ready for someone to be peeking behind. At an extreme, you might see this on T-Set. I get that this is an incendiary, it's not a molly. As an extreme, I've done this before, is like, dude, I might see that my teammate died or something and he has an extra molly down on the ground, so I take mine out, right? So I have one in my hand and one still down on the ground. I take mine out and I might use it as a way to peek. Boom, I'm peeking with it, and that those flames are distracting the opponent. It's just giving us that extra cover for a split second. So you're like, why are you mollying yourself? A molly is supposed to be used to get people out of position, to damage people, to control, to be a little bit of a firewall. But instead, if we use it as a fire peeking wall, it's so effective. It can be really cool. You know, I'm not saying to do this. This is a little troll, but like maybe you're even mollying cat and swinging cat with that. That might be a little too troll. But also, guys, keep in mind, the closer you do it, the better. Because the closer you are to the flames, the more it's going to obscure you and cover. And just realize too that as a molly is thrown, it will slowly start to go down as far as like the visual flames that you're going to see. So just understand that. So if you're going to peek with it, probably peek pretty fast with it. But it's a cool thing you can test out and really like try to get good at. I've done it before when I'm close to a ramp. And they're about to come out ramp, I might throw a molly and then they don't expect someone to peek with it, because sometimes it's not even about the visual effect, it's just about the fact that like, oh, we got mollied off, like they're not going to peek behind it. But I've seen some really cool plays where like, you know, someone stairs, sits here and sets up his teammate again, kind of like with the smoke thing, by mauling deep, and then the guy that was sitting on bow comes in here and peeks behind it. So I've seen all kinds of stuff like that to get info, to take fights across the board, a really creative way to use it. So yeah, that's a lot of different ways that you can use grenades inside of this game that are completely different than their technically purpose of what you're supposed to do with them. But if you are not utilizing these different ways of doing it, you are missing out on the complexity of Counter-Strike. There's so many cool things you can do. Now, I want to quickly shout out my second channel, guys. Go ahead and check out Koja more. I would love to do coaching with you and teach you all of these specific things and help you understand how you can actually implement them into your game and watch something back with you. Please fill out that form. I'd love to work with you. The price is worth it. I promise you'll learn something. And yeah, I appreciate all of you. If you want free content, of course, we have this channel. We have the other channel, Koja More, that you can see everything and learn constantly. Let's keep learning and let's become the best Counter-Strike 2 players we possibly can in 2025. Catch you later. Peace out. Peace out.